Welcome back to another episode of this Birmingham City Save. In today's episode, we're going to be starting off with a top-of-the-table clash against Brentford. We are currently 3 points behind them, but if we do manage to get that win, we will go level on points with them. Depending on if we do win, if we can get 3 or 4 goals against them, would put us at the top of the league on goal difference. But Brentford are obviously a decent side. That's the reason why they're sat at the top of the table. So getting 3 or 4 goals against them, probably not going to happen, but it would be nice to get that win. Also, we will be playing an FA Cup game against Chelsea. Really looking forward to that one. It's a chance to maybe see what we're going to be like in the Premier League next season, hopefully if we get promoted. So I'm really looking forward to that game against them. We're going to sim the game against Rotherham and Portsmouth. Play Huddersfield and then end the episode by simming Watford and Derby. So we're still aiming to do a month an episode. So after this episode, we've still got 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 episodes, depending on how far we get in the FA Cup till the end of the season, and then we'll be in that summer transfer window as well, hopefully going into the Premier League. I've added a couple more people to the shortlist as potential signings. Definitely a signing we're going to have to make is a new CDM. So I have got Birmingham City have been linked with Maloney in real life, so maybe a signing we could make there. Eccles also another potential signing, depending on whether Coventry get promoted with us. The same as I've got Garner on here. If Everton end up not getting promoted back to the Premier League with us, Garner is a player I'd like to sign, but as one of the rules is, we can't sign a player who's got a higher rating than our highest rated player. Currently, that's Stansfield on 76. So if we can get Stansfield up to 78 before the end of the season, and as long as Garner doesn't improve any, we would be able to go and buy Garner as our new CDM. We'll change his position from a centre mid to a CDM as well. I've got Archie Gray and Lavia also on here. Archie Gray and Lavia, they'd probably be loan signings if I do maybe go in for them rather than buying a player. Lavia, I don't think we'll be able to do because, again, he's too highly rated. Unless we manage to get Stansfield up to 80 rated before the end of the season, we don't know. In his goal-scoring form, it could potentially happen. But Archie Gray, maybe if Spurs would be open to loaning him out to us, that would be great. So potential loan signings as well. Cams as well, I'm looking to the future. Maybe bringing in Hannibal from Burnley, again, if Burnley don't get promoted. Or maybe loaning in Rig from Aston Villa, because I can't see him getting too much game time at Aston Villa in the Premier League. So maybe we bring him in as a cam on loan. I've also looked at Som as well. We did use Som in FC25 in our Parma save. Really enjoyed using him, but I think I converted him to either a left back or a right back, and he was fantastic for us. This time, if I was to go in and buy him, he's probably a player, if Birmingham City did end up in the Premier League, if I was Birmingham City, I'd definitely be looking into trying to bring him in, because he is a decent player. Either we bring him in as a cam, he can play in that CDM role if we change him to a CDM, but he could also, with his stats, I'm looking at, obviously he's got decent pace, his balance is good, stamina's good, strength's good. If we could get his shooting up, he could potentially be a striker for us if we needed one. Because who knows, when we get to a Premier League, get to the Premier League and we've done a season in the Premier League, it wouldn't surprise me if some of the big boys come sniffing round for Stansfield. Because he's going to be... I mean, if a big offer comes in and it's hard to refuse, I will end up accepting it. So yeah, another player I'm thinking of getting is Som. And then I've obviously got a couple of strikers and wingers here that I could potentially get if we've got the funds to do so. But that's where my head's at currently with the transfers. But it's Brentford first up for us. I don't think we need to make any changes to our starting lineup. It doesn't look like it. Newman's still going to keep that starting place ahead of Bilic. Other than that, I would like to use Leonard a little bit more as well. But Iwata's been playing well. I've also promoted a couple of youth players to the first team. So we've got Davis and Perkins in that CDM role. I've also... Was it just them two? Oh no, and the left back Frost, who actually looks quite decent. 17 years old, 63 rated. Perkins I'd like to use, 69 rated at the age of 17. Definitely looks like a good player, so it'd be nice to use him at some point. But yeah, no changes to be made to that starting lineup. I'll continue to use Hall in that number 10 over Williamson, even though Williamson is playing quite well when he comes off the bench. But we're still going to leave him on the bench. That's going to be my starting lineup. Let's go into this first game against Brentford.
Phil Neumann. Paul.
Get that through to Stansfield. I need a bit of help. We've got it in Poku. He's going to lay it off for Hall on his left. That's our first shot of the game. It's been evenly matched so far. Nice run from Hall. Go on, Stansfield. Get in the box. We dink it over. Stansfield with the header. We've had 2 chances now. Brentford... They're playing well. We do not want to lose this game. We are approaching half-time. We could get another chance here with Poku. Could have had time to take a touch. Decided not to. Hit it on a oneer, and that is the first half over and done with. Like I said, very evenly matched so far in that first half. Not many chances. But we go in at half-time level, 0-0.
Well, big news concerning Chelsea on the transfer front. Their fans delighted that they've got their man, Stuart. Well, the reported fee of about £40 million.
Hall's got a bit of space. He's gone for the shot. And we've got ourselves our first corner of the match. All of my shots are coming from outside of the box at the minute, I think. Just cannot get a clear shot on goal. We've got a corner. Cochrane. We want to crowd the keeper. Let's make something happen. Come on.
Trying to pick out a teammate.
Headed away. We'll get that down for Hall. With the shot! Wide of the post.
Chelsea. Well, it's great to have a break from the league for the players and the fans. Everybody loves this competition, and so do I. It should be a good game.
Oh, Wissa should have shot. Newman gets in. Oh, no, and it's snuck in. No way has that snuck in. Last-ditch defending there. Wissa should have shot when he was through on goal. Passed it back for some reason. So annoying.
He's got such quick feet, hasn't he? Just look how he goes past his marker to get his shot away.
How has that gone in? He's gone for the shot. We've got the block in. Beadle's come flying out. It's gone underneath and it was just rolled into the back of the net. I need to make a couple of changes. I say we're not playing well. It's because we're playing against a good Brentford side. We're going to get Bilic on. And Ramsey. Iwata's going to come off for Leonard. Williamson can come on for Hall. Just that bigger presence. Hopefully hold the ball up a little bit better than Hall. Poku's done absolutely nothing once again. So Jones is going to come on that right-hand side. Do I get Alfie May on instead of Wright? I can't because I've made 5 substitutions anyway. So they're going to be my substitutions. But we find ourselves losing to Brentford due to a Jimenez goal. 21 goals this season for Jimenez in 28 games. We're losing 1-0.
The ball away isn't going to help matters.
I just can't do anything. Williamson's made a decent run though. Stansfield, get into the box. I'm going to try and find you with a header. Leonard can bring it down, would be nice. He's gone for goal. Flecken with a good save. I think we've had 3 chances in total in this game, and that's about it. Stansfield, he hasn't seen the ball. Wright stole it back, though. Didn't get over. Stansfield. Jones has it. I've pressed the button. He's got rid of it. The chance has gone. Brentford have beaten us. I'm so annoyed. It was a game I was really, really hoping to win. Just to try and claw back them 3 points. Brentford have gone 6 points clear. Probably were the better team. They got lucky with that first goal though. Or their only goal. Very lucky with that first goal. Gutted. Absolutely gutted. We'll still continue to push though for that automatic promotion spot. But Brentford have beaten us to move 6 points clear. 1-0. Next up for us is our game against Chelsea in the FA Cup. Really looking forward to this one. I will make a few changes to that starting lineup because I'm a little bit disappointed with a few players. I'm going to get Jones... Oh, shall I get Jones on or shall I try Long? No, we're gonna get Jones on instead of Poku. He can sit on the bench because he's not performing to the standard that I'd like him to. Billick's going to get the start ahead of Newman. Buchanan's going to come on or get a start ahead of Cochrane. I'm going to start one of my Youth Academy CDMs in Perkins ahead of Pike. What I could do... Well, I'll put Pike on the bench for sure. Do we make any other changes? We're going to start Williamson, actually, as well, ahead of Hall. And I think that might be it. How tall is Perkins? 6'2". Okay. So he's definitely... What are the tactics? Deep lying playmaker. I'm going to change him to holding. We'll change Perkins to holding. And see how we get on with that starting lineup. Hopefully, we can beat Chelsea and progress in the FA Cup.
Many have been talking about. Will we be talking about him for the...
Wow. Nicholas Jackson with the first goal of the game. Come from a long-range effort. Come on, Beadle, man. It's a brilliant strike. Oh, Beadle stretching to try and get something on that. Beaten from range. Not a great start for us at Stamford Bridge. And we're losing 1-0. Ah, look at that. It's a good run from Palmer. He's shot. Beadle, what are you doing? Palmer's got Chelsea second. I think he should be doing so much better there. So much better. Oh, it's a lovely run. If Buchanan could have stepped up, he would have Palmer would have been miles offside.
Hits it hard and true, and the keeper just can't react in time.
That's poor from Beadle. Very, very poor. We're losing 2-0. Oh, finally Beadle's made a save. I think Perkins, our youth academy player, has got his first booking on his debut. I can't remember who he took out. Caicedo, a little bit late, But Chelsea have got themselves a corner. We need to try and get a goal before the end of this first half. Just get one back. Go on, lad. You've got pace. We'll give it to Jones. Stansfield, keep making that run. Jones might have to go all the way. Oh, and the keeper's tipped it away for a corner from one end to the other. That was our first real chance. Our first real chance. Wright's going to be the man to put this one in. Crowd the keeper. Get something on this. Stansfield on the edge of the box. Goes for the shot. Defenders get the block in, and Chelsea are back on the attack. It has been basically attack versus defence in this first half, pretty much. Chelsea, by far the better team, as expected. It was always going to be a difficult game going to Stamford Bridge and trying to get the win. But Chelsea have just got their third. I wasn't concentrating. I thought I'd selected the defender to come and rushing out, but I didn't. It was the midfielder running away. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Chelsea are going to go in at half-time leading 3-0.
Chelsea very much bossing proceeding. A little careless there as the ball changes hands.
Referee, that's a penalty. Right, getting himself in the box.
But it's only going to be a penalty.
It's only a penalty. No booking for Cucurella there. Did Wright megs him? Looked like he might have. We've got a penalty. A chance to bring one back. With Wright. Sent the keeper the wrong way. Stansfield. The penalty with Stansfield. I think I just said Wright. I meant Stansfield. The chance to bring one back. He has done. From the spot. Stansfield sent the keeper the wrong way. Fantastic. It's 3-1.
Just when it was looking threatening. This is looking good. Now what comes next?
Oh, Mudryk. Palmer. Goal. It was always going to be a difficult game against Chelsea. It's been men against boys out there. I don't know how ready we are for the Premier League, but if this is anything to go by, we are miles behind. Cole Palmer, the man that makes it 4. We're going to make a couple of changes. Perkins is going to come off for Pike. We're going to get Newman on for Bilic. And Ramsey on for Laird. Hall can come on for Williamson. We'll get Alfie May on that left-hand side instead of Wright. Wright has actually had a half-decent game considering he hasn't had many chances. He did win us that penalty as well. We'll get Poku on for Jones. Oh no, we can't do that because we've used all 5 substitutions. Jones is staying on. Poku staying on the bench then. Chelsea have beaten us 4-1.
Ball in the back of the net.
Ah, look at Madueke. He's in so much space. Get goal side of him. You're nowhere to be seen. That is such bad positioning from the computer on my side. Such bad positioning. You could see that pass happening a mile off.
Well, here's the replay, and this is all
Ramsey just come across.
It's an excellent bit of skill
It's
to
so
create the chance,
bad.
and then it's quite the finish too. Struck with
Chelsea
real venom, and
just
that's what makes
miles
it
too
difficult
good
this
for
year.
us. We're losing 5-1.
For the final time, perhaps, or maybe not, as they continue to dominate. This could be. Oh, top quality goal. Oh, they've scored.
We've brought one back. Iwata. Pick the ball up, Iwata.
Single-handedly.
What are you celebrating for? We're losing 5-2, man. Hurry up, then. It's been an absolutely shocking start to the episode. Losing to Brentford. Now we're losing to Chelsea. We've been humiliated by Chelsea, actually. It's 5-2. Oh, Newman. Palmer's through. I think that's his hat-trick.
There's the hat-trick. He'll be taking the match ball.
Absolutely shocking. It's Cole Palmer, the man with the hat-trick.
Well, let's take another look at this. What an excellent
Men
piece of
against
skill to set up
boys
the
out there.
opportunity. And then through on goal, he decides to go
A
for
well-deserved
power.
hat-trick for
Absolutely
Palmer. He's been
smashes it
outstanding.
past the keeper. And you have to say it's a good
Outstanding.
finish.
No, I wanted that to go back to Alfie May. We've got it there eventually. Into Jones. Can he turn and make himself half a yard? Ball's gone too far ahead of him. Cucurella's got that away. That should be the final whistle. We are out of the FA Cup after losing to Chelsea 6-2.
Well, it was all a bit
And after that disappointing result, 2 disappointing results. I think that's the first time we've ever lost 2 games on the bounce, I think. Losing 1-0 to Brentford and then 6-2 to Chelsea to knock us out of the FA Cup. We have 2 games to sim against Rotherham and Portsmouth. So we're going to do that now. Beating Rotherham 2-0. Fantastic result. 3-0 even, I think that was. Portsmouth winning 2-1. It popped up on the right-hand side saying 2-1, but then there it said 2-0. We'll check them results. So we managed to beat Rotherham 3-0, and then we beat Portsmouth 2-0. 2 good results. Can we continue this now? We'll have a look to see what that means for the league table. And we are 3 points clear of Ipswich in 3rd with a game in hand. But unfortunately, Brentford are still 6 points clear at the top of the league. No sign of them slipping up, unfortunately. But it's Huddersfield next up for us. We'll just have to have a look to see what the assistant manager wants. It's just development for Newman. Huddersfield are down into... I thought Huddersfield were up in the playoffs. They're down in 22nd place. Not 22nd, 21st. That is not a good campaign for Huddersfield back into the Championship after being promoted with us from League One. Not good at all, but it's a team we're going to play. I'm not too sure what to do about this starting lineup. Do we bring Bilic back in ahead of Newman? I think we're going to have to. Leonard's going to come in for Iwata. And starting Williamson ahead of Hall didn't work at all against Chelsea, unfortunately. So Hall's going to come back into that number 10 position. Poku's going to come back in on that right, because Jones didn't really do much either, unfortunately. Wright's going to stay on the left, Stansfield up top, Hall in that number 10. The back four can stay like that. Beadle in goal. Let's go into this game against Huddersfield.
Be on the ball there. Now might be promising.
Oh, Hall with the effort from just outside the box. Gone for a corner. We're starting to make little stuff happen now. Just need to capitalise on some of these chances.
Delivered into the box.
Leonard on the edge of the box. Gets the shot away. It's another corner. I don't think Laird's the man I want in that space. Leonard's gone for the shot. Leonard's got the goal. Is that his first goal of the season? Maybe. He doesn't score many. But he's just put us in the lead against Huddersfield.
Well, have a look at this.
Like I said, I don't think Laird should be the man in the box there. Not really going to win a header, I don't think. But luckily, Leonard's coming in at the back post and fired us into the lead. And we are beating Huddersfield 1-0.
Poor distribution from the keeper.
Right, doing well. We'll lay that off for Stansfield. And it's rolled underneath the goalkeeper to make it 2. Stansfield very lucky to get that goal. Hasn't really been firing in this episode. But it was a tough game against Brentford. And, I mean, he got the goal from the penalty spot against Chelsea. But didn't have a lot to do in that game, unfortunately, because we just didn't really have the ball. But he's managed to get his goal against Huddersfield today. We're beating Huddersfield 2-0. Well, Huddersfield are trying to end this first half strong. We managed to win the ball back. We'll get another chance. We'll get that straight through for Stansfield. Just hold this up. Get it through for Poku. On his right. Oh, his weak foot, unfortunately. Can't make it 3. And there it is, the half-time whistle. And we go in leading 2-0.
Lovely incisive ball.
Oh, ref, he's injured Stansfield. Hopefully he can run this off. He's going to get the shot away. It's gone for a corner. Stansfield is injured. This is not what we want. Hopefully it's a injury you'll be able to shake off. We'll keep him on for now. Or do we not risk it? I'm not going to risk it, actually. We're going to take him off straight away. Try and wrap him up in cotton wool the best we can. Alfie May's going to be the man to come on up top. We'll get Newman and Ramsey on now while we're making changes. We've got ourselves a corner. I just hope Stansfield's okay. Pike's going to be the man to put this in.
Over it comes.
Poku's pushed out the way, unfortunately. Foul to Ramsey on a wanna. Leonard!
And the goalkeeper keeps him
Goalkeeper's
out of
tipped
the
that wide and it's another corner.
Far off from getting his second. He does look lively and you can see that he wants more.
Jump at it! Not good at all. Newman's won it back, though.
And there's the whistle
And
as the ref gives the free
but
kick.
committing a foul, apparently.
Promising position this. Can he finish?
Oh, Hall. Iwata! With a hell of a strike. Why do I keep replacing him with Leonard? I do not know. Iwata with a wonder strike. Goalkeeper nowhere near that one. Nowhere near it.
Well, here we can see it again, and he just hits this so sweetly. You
So
knew
sweet.
connected with it, that this was
Straight into that top corner. Pick that one out the net, goalkeeper.
Off we go then for the final time perhaps.
But we've definitely taken all 3 points today.
You to dominate.
We are approaching that full-time whistle. Huddersfield, I mean, haven't really played that well. There's probably the reason why they're sat down in 21st spot.
Place it and has narrowly missed.
Hopefully, Brentford have dropped some points just to give us a bit of a chance, maybe, to try and catch them up before the end of the season. 3 minutes added on. Wright's won it back. Wright could go through. Lay it off for Alfie May. I need a bit of help. Finds Jones. Gone wide. There's the full-time whistle, and we have beaten Huddersfield 3-0. And in the final 2 games of this episode, we will be simming them against Watford and Derby. So we will do that now to take us to the end of the month. Watford struggling this season as well in the Championship. Lost to Watford 2-1 from what that just said. Derby. Drew. We're dropping points. I wonder what that means for the table. A loss against Watford and drew against Derby 1-1. We'll have a quick look at this table before we go. We're still sat in second place. Still 3 points clear of Ipswich. So the automatic promotion spots are still there for the taking for us. We do have a game in hand on Ipswich as well. We're 8 points behind Brentford now. I highly doubt we'll be catching them this season now. They also have a game in hand as well. So they are absolutely flying. Everton are down in 7th place. It'd be nice if they didn't get promotion back to the Premier League. Just so I can have a real good chance of going and getting Ghana then in the summer transfer window. So we'll keep an eye on that. Sheffield Wednesday, Portsmouth and Rotherham down in that relegation zone. But we started off this episode with a top of the table clash against Brentford and lost, unfortunately, 1-0. We then went and crashed out of the FA Cup, unfortunately, by losing to Chelsea 6-2 and a Cole Palmer hat-trick. We simmed the game against Rotherham, beat them 3-0. Simmed the game against Portsmouth, beat them 2-0. Played Huddersfield and beat them 3-0. And then we simmed the game against Watford, lost 2-1. Simmed the game against Derby, drew 1-1. I've just remembered Stansfield was injured. Is there any news on that? Doesn't look like it. Does not look like it. So he's not injured. He's not injured, thankfully. It was a scare for Stansfield because he's our star man. We do not want to lose him. You can see there he's gone up a rating as well in this episode. He was 76. He's now 77. If we can get him up to 78 before the end of the season and Everton don't get promoted, signing Ghana as our new CDM is very much on the cards. I'm going to have a look at the profit just to see how much profit we've got. We should have got quite a bit from that FA Cup game and going to Stamford Bridge, I hope. We're on 6.9 million. So not too much going to Stamford Bridge. But never mind. We still want to try and get promotion to the Premier League, and hopefully we'll have quite a big profit margin then to go towards our transfer budget next season. But this is the end of this episode. If you've enjoyed it, please remember to hit that like button. If you are new around here, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all in the next episode.